Hi, my name is Morgan Stapleton, and for my annotated bibliography project, I chose to do it on foster care and its connection to juvenile delinquency. So I chose this topic because I wanted to shed light on the critical issue that goes unnoticed a lot of the time, and that is the direct correlation between foster care and the prison system. This pipeline is concerning. It's a concerning reality where many foster kids end up in jail or juvenile facilities facing homelessness, addiction, and mental health challenges. The problem is it goes through cycles. Adolescents involved in juvenile delinquency are more likely to enter foster care, perpetuating a national issue that affects us all. So before I chose this topic, I just read a little thing I typed out about it. But before I chose this topic, I've been thinking about going into social work, and I felt like foster care, I needed to learn more about it. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to do some research on it. And now I have a better understanding of, the risks that foster care children are at, especially for ending up in prison and for juvenile delinquency. Anyways. A child's family life can significantly impact their future, and I didn't realize that before choosing this topic. And the flaws within the foster care system contribute a lack of stability and resources for many vulnerable children. The inconsistency in foster care placements, coupled with a shortage of qualified foster families, creates an environment where kids may be prone to join the criminal justice system. So that's a little background on my topic. So for my sources, I went through the University of Idaho's library database. I've done a lot of my research through there. You have a couple of different platforms you can choose, and I just search whatever I'm looking for, and I usually find some pretty interesting stuff. I find articles, books, studies, a lot of good stuff. I like using this method because the articles offer a summary as well. When you search it up and then click on an article, it offers a little brief description of what it's going to be about. So I can kind of read it and see if it's going to align with my research and if that's a good source for me. For example, one of the academic articles that I chose, I thought it was a very good article. It investigated whether California's extended care policy is connected with decreased juvenile justice system engagement, and it compared juvenile justice systems involvement between 16 and 17-year-olds before and after the extended care policy was adopted. And the results were that when it was extended, it prevented more foster children from ending up in the prison system. This is an example of a unique source that is useful to my research that the library database offers through U of I. I used the National Offender and Victim Report a lot throughout my research because it talks a little bit about juvenile delinquency, obviously, and it covered some facts about foster care that I was unaware of. It kind of highlighted foster care throughout. It's useful. This report is useful for my research because it provides necessary statistics about the foster care system. I found a lot of those. For example, an estimated 405,000 children were in foster care on September 30th, 2010, and then a 29% decrease from 1999 peak of 567,000 and a 20% decrease in the past 5 years. Wow, that was a lot of words, but basically between 1999 and 2010, foster care, the amount of children in foster care has decreased 29%, and now it's gone 20% decrease in the last 5 years from when the report was done. There were many things that surprised me while working on this project. I think one of the big ones is the struggles that foster care children go through that are in the system, jumping from house to house on top of all the risk factors that it puts you for, and there's not a lot of stability. So I already know a lot of that, but it was very shocking to see some of the statistics. So The one that did stand out the most was, I found it from one of my sources. The authors in my article were working to intervene with troubled foster care adolescents to change their long-term outcomes in terms of delinquency and prison. So the study kind of investigated the long-term impact of the Fostering Healthy Futures program, which is a 30-week mentorship and skills group preventative intervention for pre-adolescent maltreated adolescents in foster care. So that was a lot, but I thought this was really interesting. And the study showed that there is a way to break the connection between the foster care system and juvenile delinquency. The intervention group had a 15 to 30% reduced court charges for total and violent delinquency in these adolescents. I thought this was very surprising because this is a very effective method to help foster children who are struggling, and I've never heard of anything similar to this program. So it was definitely very interesting how shocking the results were. I would pick this topic again because I'm considering going into social work, as I said, and it kind of goes hand in hand with that, and it could be very useful to my knowledge about foster care overall. Through this project, I learned a lot about foster care and the struggles that kids in the system go through, and it was very eye-opening. Overall, I am very glad I chose this topic. I learned a lot, and I'm more educated on foster care and its connection to delinquency and the prison pipeline. So thank you guys. Bye.